I will be able to tackle about learning from research into customer commitment, context makes difference, and key performance indicator of customer retention programs. So what is learning from research into customer commitment? So ang pasabot ana kay investing in research and development aron makasiguro na ang mga produkto makatubag sa mga panginahanglanon o gilauman sa mga customer. Pagpamuhunan sa bagong teknolohiya, pag-edukar sa mga empleyado bahin sa mga gawi o mga mithi sa kumpanya. Pagtukod o mga pakigtigbayayong sa ubang mga organisasyon nga parihas nga mga mithi o kanang engaging in charitable activities. So naay tulo ka different forms of commitment nga na-identify. Instrumental commitment, relational commitment, and values-based commitment. First is instrumental commitment. So, it means kung ang customers kay convincing and no other offer or company could do a better job of meeting their needs. They are not just very satisfied but unbeatable satisfied. All expressed and latent needs have been met. Kung ang customer feels that his or her bank has the best products, the best access, the best processes, the lowest interest rates on loans, and the best reputation, usa sila mo pasalig. So for example, kanang sa akong giudjetihan, Explicit Lending Service Incorporated are accepting ORCR collateral loan for motorcycles and vehicles, also titled SSS pension and ATM for teacher salary. So as an intern, we have the duty to get a customer so that we have commission. So of course, we will choose a customer that are regular in their work. And also kanang convince sila, especially sa kanang pagbayad, usa mo pasalig ang kumpanya ana. No worries about sa company kay ang company has lowest interest rate, good reputation, and best process. So nothing to worry ang customers about sa rules sa company kung ang customers committed rapod. Next is relational commitment. This means that the customers can become highly attached sa mga tao sa company. An emotional tie may be formed with an individual person, a work group, or the generalized company as a whole. Customer who talk about my banker, or my mechanic, or my builder are expressing this attachment. So they feel a sense of personal identification with that individual. Often, these are employees who break the rules or go the extra mile to completely satisfy sa customers. Actually, they are reliable, competent, empathic, and responsive. When these employees recover an at-risk customer, they create a friend. So customer-focused organization make heroes out these individuals. So I will give the example of about sa customers kay ang customer can also become attached to a work group but customers siya sa banking. So for example, some customer kay dakong pagsalig sa usa ka specific branch and prefer not to transact to other bank. In last, ang mga customers can become attached to an organization as a whole. So people believe na mas better nga ikompetensya sa mga sikat nga maoy importante sa mga customers. They may provide the best service or become the friendliest people. Next is values-based commitment. So, the customers become committed kung ang ilang values are aligned with those of the company. So, values are core beliefs that transcend context and serve to organize a direct nga kinaiya or attitude and pamatasan or behaviors. Customers have many and varied core beliefs sama ng environmental consciousness, honesty, child protection, independence, o kanang pagka sa pamilya. Daghan ini na nagpakita sa mga lagda sa culture where these values coincide with those of an organization, ang customer mahimong committed to the organizations. Companies that are accused of using child labor, damaging the environment, or otherwise acting unethically place themselves at risk. So, there are a number of companies na nakabenefit from values-based committed. The Body Shop, John Lewis, Harley-Davidson, Cooperative Bank, and Virgin. So first is Body Shop International. So this company is the health and beauty retailer. It was founded by Anita and Gordon Roddick. The company's values include a refusal to source product tested on animals and support for community trade, human rights, and the environment. A successful and influential business was developed on the back of these values, ug ang Body Shop influenced other retailers to become more sensitive sa kaning isyuha. Next is the John Lewis Partnership. This company is a UK-based department store with a 140-year history. It is a mutual organization owned by its staff and incorporated as a trust. Ang profit are not distributed to external shareholders. They are shared with employees who are regarded as partners. Ang company is reputed to look after these partners very well. For example, ani kay having final salary pension scheme. The next is Harley Davidson. So, it is a US motorcycle manufacturer, has a phenomenally committed customer base. When Harley riders replace this bike 95% by another Harley. His bike is a central part of a lifestyle that is grounded on fraternity, independence, and rebellion. So, image is critical to the Harley rider in the US. Ang average is Harley is 47 up to 38 decade ago. The median income is US $83,000 and typically cruiser bike cost $70,000. The challenge of Harley is to develop value proposition that appeals sa mga younger customer. Next is Cooperative Bank is positioned in the UK retail banking market as the ethical bank. The mutually owned bank believes its ethical stances is directly responsible for about 20% of pre-tax nga kita. One-third of bank's customer move the bank kay tungod sa ethical and eco-friendly policies. Next is the Virgin Group is a family of over 200 privately owned strategic business units ranging from airline to rail, cosmetics, cola, telecommunication, music, and financial service. So in 2006, Group says miabot og 10 billion pound. The values of the Virgin brand are integrity, value for money, quality, and fun. Virgin is shared with founder the reneged but highly visible Sir Richard Branson. Customers are attracted to the branch because of its reputation for fairness, simplicity, and transparency. Highly engaged customers are more involved with your brand or company. This not only implies frequent purchasing, but also other attributes of what might be called corporate citizenship, such as being an unpaid advocate by uttering positive word of mouth, providing frequent feedback on their experiences, participating in company research, contributing to new product or service development, being more forgiving with if the company makes a mistake or service fails, and participating in online communities and users group. So next topic is context makes a difference. So what is context makes different? For example, kung mag-launch ka or mag-open kag new market, ang focus sa usa ka company, need nga na ay customer acquisition. So sa context na one-off purchases such as funerals, infrequent purchases such as heart surgery, or unique conditions such as give rise to the demand for year 2000. Ang customer retention is subordinate to acquisition. So, ang impact sa contextual condition and timing sa customer retention practices has not been thoroughly researched. However, we can actually see the number of contextual consideration impact on customer retention practices. Number of competitors, there is a notable lack of competitors in some industries, meaning that companies do not suffer badly from customer churn. So, kinesia, it is typically applies in state provider services, parihaan ng sa education, dayon utilities such as gas, electricity, rail o telecommunication, whether deregulated or not. When customers are dissatisfied, they have no competitors to turn to. They may also believe that the competitors in the market are not truly differentiated by their service standards. In other words, each supplier is as bad as the others. The result is inertia. Next is corporate culture. So, incorporate banking and short-term profit requirements of both management and shareholders kay ang result in a lack of genuine commitment to relationship banking. Kung kinsa tong banks nga very opportunities kaayo, ilang gusto sa ilang transactional credit-based relationship sa mga customer. So for example, a company's dress code, office layout, perks, program on social calendar are all example of how aesthetic and atmosphere can influence company culture. Although these qualities are not visual, so they help employees understand how a company threats its employees and what they can expect from a life in that workplace. Next is channel configuration. So, ang sellers may not have the opportunities nga mag-maintain ang direct relationship with the ultimate buyers and sa users of their products. Instead, they may rely on their intermediaries, includes information about configuring Q manager para sa gihatag na channel na ilang platform. Next, purchasing practice. So, the purchasing procedure adopted by buyers can also make the practice of customers retention. So, customers do not always want relationships sa ilang suppliers. For example, Towards the end of 1990s, government departments in Philippines and elsewhere adopted compulsory competitive tendering. Isip sa ilang mechanism for making purchasing decision, the process is designed to prevent corrupt relationships developing and to ensure that the taxpayers get good value for money. Next, ownership expectation means setting the standards for the question of who, what, where, when, and how the outcome is to be accomplished. Ownership expectation isn't about the micromanaging, it's about creating clarity about results. The demands of business owners can subordinate customer retention to other goals. For example, Philippines office equipment manufacturers are very focused on sales volumes. Gipangayo nila ang ilang tibuok nga gipanag-iya nga mga distributors to buy quotas of products gikan sa Philippines and sell them in the served market. Bisan pa kung ang mga products maayo nga pagkatugma sa lokal na kahimtang sa merkado ang mga kinahanglanon sa customer. So the distributors are put in a position of having to create demand against competitors that do a better job of understanding and meeting customer requirements. Next is ethical concern. Is a public sector medical service providers cannot simply focus on their most profitable nga customers or product. This would result in the neglect of some patients and failure to address other areas of disease management. Private sector providers do not necessarily face this problem. Key performance indicators of customer retention programs. So what are the common KPIs for customer retention? So some common KPIs for customer retention include customer lifetime value, net promoter score, repeat purchase rate, customer retention rate, and churn rate. CRM practitioners are concerned with achieving a number of key performance indicators. For these customer retention activities, among them are raw customer retention rate in each customer segment, sales adjust retention rate, sales retention rate in each customer segment, profit adjusted retention rate in each customer segment, cost of customer retention, share of wallets of the retained customer, customer churn rate per products category, sales region or channel, cost, effectiveness of customer retention, tactics. So, ang pagpili sa KPIs will vary according to text. Some companies do not have enough data to compute retention rate per segment. Others may not know their share of wallet, share of customer spending on the category. So that's all my report. Thank you.